Okay. Check. Somebody on the other side. All right. Good afternoon. I'm Acting Chief Randy Pepitone. Welcome to our Technical Operations Center. We're here today to highlight some excellent work done by our Vice Narcotics Unit. Before I turn it over to Captain Vic Medico, who will be giving you more details, I'd just like to publicly acknowledge our Vice Narcotics Unit. That group of individuals are some of the hardest working and most dedicated people that I've had the experience to work with in my 43 years of law enforcement. And with that, I'll give it over to Captain Vic.
Good afternoon. The Fort Myers Police Department Special Enforcement Vice Narcotics Unit spent the last several months focusing on areas within the city where complaints of street-level drug dealing has been received. During this time, the Vice Narcotics Unit conducted over 45 undercover drug buys, served 5 search warrants, and seized quantities of cocaine, methamphetamine, and fentanyl, along with 7 firearms and approximately $14,000 in cash. In addition to the seizures of drugs, guns, and cash during Operation Cruel Summer, 31 individuals have been arrested for sale and possession of narcotics and other related charges. The Fort Myers Police Department Vice Narcotics Unit is still looking for 8 more individuals who sold drugs to detectives during undercover drug buys. The images you see behind me are booking photographs of those who have already been arrested, along with pictures of those who are still being sought. The Fort Myers Police Department will be persistent in continuing operations that support Chief Diggs' mission to combat drug trafficking within the city of Fort Myers. These street-level drug dealers inflict harm on our communities as drug dealing and violent crime frequently go hand in hand. This strategy has helped drive down our violent crime over the last 6 years under Chief Diggs' tenure. Still at large is Everald White, date of birth 11/15/1985, for sale and possession of cocaine ×3. Billie Jean Arrington, date of birth 5/30/1988, is wanted for trafficking in methamphetamine and sale and possession of cocaine. Cedric Foley, date of birth 10/9/1977, is being sought for sale and possession of MDMA. Barbara Northern, date of birth 8/3/1970, is wanted for sale and possession of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a school. Jakai Benjamin, date of birth 6/13/2001, is wanted for sale and possession of MDMA. Jose Guadalupe Iracheta, date of birth 7/7/1985, has active warrants for sale and possession of cocaine. And Shandy Johnson, date of birth 11/3/1988, is wanted for sale and possession of cocaine. In conclusion, I'd like to thank you for your attendance, and if anyone has any information about the whereabouts of the 8 outstanding suspects, you are asked to call the Fort Myers Police Department at 239-321-7700 or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-780-TIPS. At this time, I'd like to introduce Special Enforcement Division Commander, Lieutenant Walt Mitchell, who will take a few questions.
Okay, does anyone have any questions?
What's most difficult about catching all of these people?
It would be coordinating the operation and the logistics as far as getting patrol personnel, SWAT personnel, other detectives, and then making the arrest safely and processing everyone into the to jail, and then case reports and follow-ups. Oh yes, yeah. We approximately have about eight people left to locate.
And when it comes to arresting all 31, were all of them, majority of them undercover drug busts, and also did you receive tips from Crime Stoppers and things like that?
Yes, we receive tips, and then our detectives go out and they investigate. And this particular operation, all the charges are going to be testifying drug buys from uniform or undercover personnel. Yes, but we can have our PIO get with you with full statistics after the press conference. But definitely, yes, a lot of priors.
Do you think this, how do you think this affects the streets of Fort Myers? I know, you guys mentioned it, that it helps get dangerous drugs off the streets, but, I mean, do you think this is a lot of people, so do you think it's gonna stop?
Well, in the locations that we've did undercover buys and that we've made arrests, those locations are immediately different. They look a lot more friendly for the neighborhood. The quality of life is improved immediately. As soon as we take drug dealers off the street, people come out and they start trying to live a normal life without being in fear of drive-bys or drug deals going bad.
Do you have a main location, where you kind of focus on?
We kind of focus citywide. There's over this 6-year period of drug enforcement, the areas are getting smaller. So, and obviously we won't discuss it for trade secrets, but the areas that we have been focusing on, they're getting smaller and fewer. So I can't say that.
This might fall under stat, and I'm going to put you on the spot. Would there be any way in your estimation to try to come up with, hours put in on projects if this person helped in on projects like this, given 6 years?
That'd probably be like a stat follow-up, but our detectives are working around the clock, whether it be cases, whether it be taking case arrests from the road where they assist the officers with their drug arrests, and then when they have time, they're targeting their own locations and answering CRS's complaints and any tips. The detectives are investigating year-round. That would be a statistic question that we can have answered after the conference. But some of the dangerous drugs that we're taking off the street, obviously, is fentanyl, and that's anytime we can get that off the street, that helps a lot of people out.
Okay, thank you, guys.